What's going on? It's Camille, Aiko. I hope that you are living the life that you love spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Good Friday evening to everyone. Make sure you drop a 1 if you are catching this live. Drop a 2 if you are watching this on replay, and be sure to share this live as we are talking about there is no shortage of success on tonight. And once you share that, you're also going to help your friends and family, but you're also going to be able to be entered into a drawing to win cash prizes, gift cards, health products, all of that good stuff. Hey, Wilbert, what's going on? Good evening, everybody. Come on in. If you're going to be watching this live with me, drop a 1. If you're going to catch this later, drop a 2. What's going on, Dominic? Am I going to see you tomorrow? David, birthday boy, what's happening? What's going on, everybody? So, how's your day been going, David? Welcome, 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 everyone. We're about to jump into it. Make sure you're dropping those 1s if you're watching this live. If you're catching it on a replay, drop a 2. And then again, feel free to share this to help your friends, your family, go back and catch it on replay. Or, just go ahead and get that cash prize, or gift cards or health and wellness products. Hey, Charlotte, not much. How are you tonight? I am great. I'm fabulous. Been traveling all day, and I am excited about tomorrow. David, your day has been going great. Also, I'm glad that you're having a wonderful birthday. Hey, what's going on, David Webb? Okay, so for those of you who have been, hey, Jessica, been reading along or following along with our book discussion, we are on the book, The 10X Rule. Okay, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. And we are, man, I thought this was a workout video. No, Tony, no workout video. Okay, not right now, but I am going to be starting up my workout video, so you guys be on the lookout for that. Hey, Eric, what's happening? All right, so chapter 5 of the 10X Rule, Grant Cardone, and we are on, there is no shortage of success. Okay, so before I even go there, let me give you all the breakdown of what the 10X rule is, especially if you haven't been joining in and you want to know what is the 10X rule. So the 10X rule is when you apply 10 times more effort and more thought into whatever your goal is so that you can achieve greater amount. Okay, so, and it doesn't matter what your goal happens to be. It could be spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, familial. It could be business. It could be relationship. It can be in your marriage, whatever it is. So just applying 10 times more effort, more action, more thought. So effort and thought are the key things, and you're applying 10 times more. So that's the 10X rule. And this is what we're going to be talking about for the next 22 days, or what we have been talking about for the past 5. And what we'll continue to talk about, talking to Jean. Okay. That must be to me asking you what's going on. All right. So now in chapter 3, Grant said that there was 3 things that we needed to know. 3 crucial things we needed to know about success. The first thing is that we have to get into our minds that success is important, and stop leaving it up in the air to chance it, whether we're going to have success, or kind of if it comes to me, then it is, and if it doesn't, then it's not, and versus really taking control of success. Hey, gorgeous, how have you been? Miss Phenom, okay. I've been great, thank you. Where are you? Yes, Jessica, I am in a hotel. Okay, so the second crucial thing is that success is your duty. You cannot depend on somebody else. You cannot just say, again, like, all right, it's not important, I don't need to do it. You have to make it your ethical duty to be committed to your own success. And remember, as we've talked about, though, success looks different for different people. Based on what your goals are, based on what you're trying to achieve, success is going to look different. So your success is not my success. The way that I love my life may not be the way that you want to love your life. And that's completely fine. But you have to take success as your personal duty. But you first have to understand what it is that you define success as. And we've also talked about that At different parts in your life, in different phases in your life, success looks different. And you have to be aware of what phase you are in your life and what type of effort and what type of thought you need to put forth in order to achieve that success. And good evening, everyone who's joining in. We're talking about the 10X rule. This is the book that we're reading, okay? And we are on chapter 5, and I just moved my page, okay? And no shortage of success. Hey, what's going on, Marshawn? So I'm kind of doing a recap here just to catch everybody up, and then we're going to get into chapter 5, all right? So again, you have to understand what part of life you're in and where your goals are, understanding, and let me even back it up. You have to understand your purpose, understand what part of life you're in, and then make sure that you set your goals accordingly so that you're not just out here doing things aimlessly or just here and there and everywhere, but your efforts are focused, your thoughts are focused, your intentions are focused. Hey, Anita. All right, so chapter 5, there is no shortage of success. So this is point 3. So just to go back over that real quick, number 1, the 3 crucial things. Number 1, success is important. Number 2, success is your duty. And now number 3, and tonight we're going to be talking about there is no shortage of success. Now you see me looking down, I got my notes here and I got the book here. Okay, so let's hop in. First of all, we need to know that anyone can have success. You all got that? Any one of us can have success. And we can have any amount of success that we want. Anyone can have success, and you can have as much success as you want to have. I need you to get this in your mind, okay? Because some of us feel like we're not worth it. Some of us feel like it's not going to happen for us. Some of us feel like it is just completely impossible for you to have what it is that you desire. And you come up with all of these barriers in your mind on why it's not going to happen. You have to start thinking differently. It all starts in the mind, okay? So a person's success does not prevent or limit someone else's success, okay, or your ability to achieve. So a lot of people think in a scarcity mindset when it comes to success, right? We think that if someone else did it, then there's no room for you to achieve success. And I see it a lot of times in business. It's kind of like, okay, especially in my industry, it's kind of like, well, this person has all of the people and they're getting all of the sales. And so it discourages people sometimes when in actuality, it should be encouraging you, because if it can be done, and it has been done, let me put it that way. If it has been done, it can be done, right? No, I don't have a twin brother, Eric. Look like you have a nice looking view where you're at. Dang, I wish I could stay. I'm dropping the 1, but we'll catch the replay on 2. Make it happen, peace. Yes, this is my hotel view right here. So everyone keeps asking. So yes, I am in a hotel. I'm up on floor, I don't know what floor I'm on anymore. Okay, so so yes, here we go. Where am I at here? All right. So there is no shortage of success. You guys are going to hear me repeat that over and over again tonight, and I don't want you to get tired of it, because I need you to get that ingrained in your mind to understand that there is truly no shortage of success. And as we've talked about, we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people, okay? We have to stop comparing ourselves to what else is happening. So if we think about even a chicken restaurant, right? Chicken restaurants, let's take a KFC and a Popeyes. Just because KFC is there, Popeyes didn't come in and say, okay, well, I'm not going to start my company because KFC is there because everybody's going to KFC for chicken. No, Popeye said, I'm going to create a different type of fried chicken. It's going to have a different type of batter. We're going to do a different type of recipe, and we're going to get customers to come to our place of business as well. And so you have to think of that in that mindset. Or even if you think of relationships, right? And guys, some of you are really good at this, right? So you see this cute girl and you're like, hey, can I talk to you? They're like, no, I have a man. And you're like, well, what's your man got to do with me, right? So what does that mean? What you're saying is that you are creating opportunity for yourself by putting yourself out there and saying, hey, I understand that you have this man, but if y'all ain't married, then I still have an opportunity to talk to you, right? and so, you know, sometimes you do have to be aggressive. It just is what it is in order for you to go after what you want. Hey, Alfonso, love the Ferris wheel. Okay, got your penthouse. No, not quite a penthouse suite. All right. So, yeah, now y'all all distracted. Do I need to like change my background? No, y'all enjoy the view. Enjoy the view. Okay, so remember, there is no shortage in success. Okay, there is no shortage in success. Stop comparing yourselves to other people. You have as much opportunity as the next person. There is no shortage in success. All right. So now success is, and if you're following along in the book, this is page 33. All right. So success is created and not acquired. Success is created and not acquired. So the people who have success are the people who have no limits in terms of ideas, creativity, talent, originality, intelligence, persistence, determination. You truly are the people who create your success. You guys give me 1 second here. 1 second, I'm sorry, I need to set my phone. Okay, so if you have an idea, if you have a thought, you are the people who control success. Everybody else who has this box, who your thinking is limited to, you have to do things a certain way. Your thinking is limited to, you know, the only way that I can create income is to go and work a 9 to 5. Then you're going to have limited income. Okay. So if you go and work a 9 to 5, that's fine. But think of multiple streams. Right? Think of other ways that you can create the income that you desire, because majority people are not just earning the type of money that they want to simply from going to a 9 to 5 or even having 2 or 3 and 4 jobs. So you have to think of ways that are going to be able to generate the income that it is that you desire. So you still got that vibrant personality and charisma you continue to maintain. Guess that's supposed to be mind state of abundance and success. You said, "Oh, do not get behind and stuff." Okay, I'm gonna come back and read all of that later. Thank you. Okay, so we have to make sure that we are these people. Okay, we have to be those people if we want to have success. We have to stop thinking, or we have to stop not thinking. Right? We just fall into the category of whatever somebody has told me, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what we have to stop doing. If you want success, you have to stop thinking that. You have to come up with some ideas. You have to be persistent. You have to be determined. You have to add value. You have to have creativity. And if you're not where you're at or where you want to be, then you want to make sure that you get to that place by doing these things, okay? So you make success, all right? That's a point that I want to drill inside of you on tonight, that you make success. It does not just happen. It's not acquired. You can't just go and purchase success, right? You have to make it. And sometimes our ideas might seem far out there. They might seem like, you know, no one's going to buy into this. This is absolutely crazy, but your ideas need to be innovative. They need to solve a problem, okay? So I want you to even think about, or every time I get on a plane, let me put it like that, I think about, I am on this big metal contraption and we're flying through the air. Like, who would have ever thought that you could put all of this metal and things together and then we would be soaring through the air? Like, I know that when the Wright brothers were putting those ideas together, that people were looking at them like they were absolutely loony, Like they were out of their mind, like they were crazy. They're thinking this is never going to work. But had they given up on their dreams and their goals and their ideas, guess what? It never would have happened. Some of you all have some ideas that are absolutely amazing. They might be too forward thinking for some people, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. That doesn't mean that your dreams and your goals and your ideas can't come to fruition. That means that you have to keep pushing until you can help create in other people's minds the thought that, hey, this is possible, and show them the value of what it is that you're creating. Okay, let's see. Thinking positive thoughts, I must train. Absolutely, you have to train your brain. Okay, so let me read this here on page 34. Again, if you have the book, it says, great ideas, and it's kind of like the midway down the first paragraph there. Great ideas, new technologies, innovative products, and fresh solutions to old problems are all things that will never exist in shortages. I'm going to read that one more time, and I'm going to slow it down. Great ideas, new technologies, innovative products, and fresh solutions to old problems are all things that will never exist in shortages. So what does that mean? For those of you who will choose to think with no limits, okay, because there is no box. There is no box, there's no limits. So you have to think with no limits, and you have great ideas, and you create new technologies, and you have innovative products and fresh solutions to old problems. You are going to be the ones who have success. You will be the ones who have success, because there is no shortage in it. People are always looking for the next hottest thing, the next trend, the next product that's going to solve a solution, the next service that's going to solve a solution, the next product that is going to answer a desire that someone has. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you are the person who is the one who is persistent and determined in getting this product or idea or service out to people, you will find success. Here's one of the problems, though, that we come into. It's the whole mindset, again, that we have created in our society, in our media, in our politics, in some of our religions, right? That there is a shortage. And so we'll play on that so that we can get people to do what it is that we want them to do. So for instance, in politics, think about it. You have two people who are very qualified, right? But what a lot of the tactics are when it comes down to politics is these scare tactics. That, hey, if you choose the other person, so let's say I'm running against Mary. If you choose Mary, then you are going to have a horrible economy. Mary cannot do these things. Let me give you my resume, and let me tell you why Mary is the bad candidate and why she's not going to be able to get it done for you. Choose me, right? And so we go through that. You see those commercials all the time, especially, of course, when it's election time, right? And so now you're like, well, if I choose the other person, it's not going to work. If I choose Mary, it's not going down. I better choose Camille. But Mary can be very well qualified to do what it is. But because you have seen me perpetuate that there is a shortage of success if you choose Mary, then you begin to believe that there is a shortage of success. Now, that's just one example, right? But now what we need to do is stop thinking with these limited beliefs and stop thinking with the shortage concept, okay? Because it's not true. If I can do it and Mary can do it too, it's just a preference on who you want to do it. But it doesn't mean that the job can't get done just because Mary was elected and Camille wasn't elected, or vice versa. Hey, Brian. Okay, so now let me flip the page here on my notes. So we have to combat this shortage theory. We have to renew our minds, okay? And we have to think our way out of this problem. So we have to think our way out of the fact that media and politics and just little sayings and different things, they control our minds. We have to overcome that through renewing our minds, okay? So think without limits. It will allow you to soar to levels that many others consider impossible. When we limit ourselves, we begin to think, oh, that's impossible. I can't do that. I can't achieve it. And we begin to talk ourselves right out of the things we're supposed to be doing. You is right. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So now I want you, he and Grant, not he. But I do want you to think about these examples that Grant has given. So he talks about Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett, as many of you may know, is the richest man, right? And he achieved a lot of his money through investing. And so he's saying that even though Warren Buffett has had success in investments, that doesn't mean that you can't go invest and have success as well. In fact, all of us have the capability to go and invest. It's at all of our hands. We just have to learn the strategies. And just because you come up with a different strategy than what Warren Buffett has, doesn't mean that you're not going to find success. And this is what we have to begin to remember and think about, that you can have success even if your ideas are different than someone else. You just have to have enough belief in you and enough that it's going to get it done, okay? And then you have to put 10 times more thought and 10 times more effort into it in order for it to come to pass. So now he also gives the example that Google didn't stop Facebook, right? When Google was out before Facebook, but then Facebook came, and now everybody, it seems, has Facebook, right? Even multiple accounts of Facebook. So you can't look at that next person and say, okay, well, they already have this, so there's no need for me. And in fact, I would say that Facebook is more popular than Google in certain areas, right? And then I want you to think about this, that Facebook was created by college students. Most of us know that, right? Facebook was created by college students. What are you waiting on? Are you sitting there saying, I'm too young? Are you saying I'm too old? You know, the time has passed for me to be able to achieve or to be able to find success? Come on. If college students can do it, you can do it. High school students. There are people who are making, in fact, there was a little girl, I don't remember how old she is now, but she is making bath bombs and is making money by selling the bath bombs on the internet. And then she also donates a portion of the proceeds to, it's either the cancer or heart, but she donates them to an organization. Guys, if this little girl is able to make bath bombs and make money from doing it, what is stopping you from creating a product or service to be able to enhance your income? What is stopping you? If little girls can do it, if college students can do it, if older people can do it, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it effectively? Put more thought into what it is that you want to do. Get out there and execute at a higher level. 10 times more effort, 10 times more thought. That is the 10X rule that's going to get you greater amounts of success. You are a creator of the mother of civilization, walk the mile, carry the load. You can achieve anything, develop the faculties. You got a lot to say tonight. Let me see. Go and listen while you talk. Sky's the limit. You can be, where did it go? I'm sorry, I scrolled. Abundance like the queen you are. Remember, the dream is free education hustle. Absolutely. Facebook created by college student. It's pop. Yes. So, and that's my personal opinion that it's more popular than Google. I mean, Google is the search engine, right? But Google has a lot of different things that people don't even know about. That's Google. But it seems like, you know, so people do know the word Google, but some of the services they may not know that Google offers, right? But everybody seems to know what Facebook is for, young, old, all of that. But it's the same thing. People say, oh, Google it. I mean, we almost say that every day, right? Google it. But just because you might hear Google it every day, it didn't stop Facebook from creating Facebook. And that's how we have to be. That even though there is a different service or a different product or something similar that's out there, stop making it push you back and stop you from doing what it is that you desire to do. Because you can have any amount of success that you want. Success, there is no shortage of it. Success is for everybody and anybody who wants it, who desires it, who's ready to go out there and get it, who is creative, who's innovative, right? All of these things that we've been talking about is applicable to you if you believe and if you execute. All right, so let's go on here. We have to renew our minds. So there's something that I want to read on page 35. Or did I already read that? Let's see. Shortage concepts. Okay, we talked about that already. And 36, second paragraph. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to these. Yes, no shortage of success. So it says you don't have to look far to see the shortage myth perpetuated by most of the population via expressions of envy, disagreement, unfairness, and suggestions that those who hit it big have been unfairly compensated. Then there are the constant reports in the media of shortage of jobs, money, opportunities, and even time. How often do you hear someone make the claim that there isn't enough time in the day? Or someone else complain that there aren't any good jobs or that no one is hiring? The reality is that if 20% of the population is unemployed, if 20% of the population is unemployed, then that means 80% of the population is employed, which means that there is more opportunity than what we are trying to put off. But it's a scare tactic. It is a strategy to get people in a place of frenzy and urgency, which then makes people go and create or buy into an idea, okay? But that is a very, very valid point, right? So let's go on here. He says, when some TV personality gets a massive financial contract, people often react by asking, how can one person get paid so much money? But money is created by man and printed by machines. Not even money exists in shortages. It merely suffers from reductions in value. Some group deeming a single individual worth $400 million should be an encouragement to you that anything is possible. So a lot of times we look at it and we're like, well, what is this? How is this person worth that? It's because they have created enough value within a group of people that the people are willing to pay, give them money, willing to compensate them for whatever it is that they're doing. So when it comes down to a point of looking at your life and you're wondering, well, why do I not have A? And why do I not have B? And why do I not have C? And you can fill in the blank of whatever that is. Why does my job only pay me $9 an hour? Why have I not, been able to achieve this goal? Maybe it's because you haven't added enough value to the group of people that you are dealing with. Maybe you need to find a different group of people to add value to in order for you to get paid what you're worth, or in order for you to achieve what it is that you're desiring to achieve, because there's no shortage. It is all created. It is made up. We create success. The shortage is made up. The shortage of success is made up. The shortage of money, it can't be, because all it is paper. We print it. But it's up to you to create the value in order to receive the money. I hope that you guys are following this, because this is good stuff right here. That you have to identify where is the group or the individual. Think about whatever your goals are and say, am I adding enough value in what it is that I am trying to go after? Because that is when you're going to be able to achieve and get compensated for what it is that you want. All right, so let me see here what my notes say. Okay. Just because someone deems valuable doesn't mean value to everybody. Your job is to create value. Find your group and create value, okay? So I've already said that, but I just read it again from my notes. So I said it again. All right? But that's really the key. And the more value you create, the more you will be compensated. The more value you create, the more you're going to be compensated. Wow, good stuff, adding value. Yes, we have to add value, because again, the shortages is made up. People create them. If someone can convince you there are limited amounts, it produces fear, it produces urgency, which inspires people to support their cause. Okay, so let's even use this in like a relationship term. Okay, there are some people who are very manipulative. Okay, and so in a relationship, let's say the guy is like, you know, I love you, right? And the girl's like, yeah, nobody's gonna love you like I love you. And the girl's like, yeah, I know, no one's gonna love you like you love me, right? And they're gonna like, now tell me you need me, you want me, right? And she's like, I need you, I want you. And now he's out here dealing with some other chick. But meanwhile, because he has created in her mind this scarcity, this shortage, now she's thinking, well, no one's going to love me like he loves me. So even though he's out here with some other girl and cheating, I'm going to be committed to him because he has created in my mind that there is this shortage. And now, as much as I would love to say that this is kind of like an off-the-wall thought, it's absolutely not. And so I'm sharing this because I want you to see how the mindset of shortage and limited thinking will keep you trapped, right? And so we are trying to break out of that mindset, and we have to understand that it's created. It is absolutely created. And we can just change that by renewing our minds. And that's why people have to have a wake-up call and say, you know what? There is no shortage. This is just somebody trying to sell me on something in order to get what they want, in order to control me, to keep me in this position. See, that's why people they go out here, and like I was using with the politician example, right? That they'll go out and say, hey, this person isn't good for this position, so don't vote for them because they're not going to be able to get the job done. When you can very well vote for the person who said that. So let's say you went ahead and voted for me, and I was saying Mary isn't the person, but you vote for me and now I'm not getting the job done. But I only got that because I scared you into thinking that Mary wasn't able to get the job done. And so now here I am, and I'm not even getting the job done, but I was able to inspire you and motivate you enough to go ahead and vote for me. And so now here we are. And I was able to do it because I created an urgency and a fear within you. So you have to keep your mind strong against those tactics so that when it comes, you are able to combat it and overcome it and not fall into those traps. Okay? So you have to rid yourself of any concept that success can be restricted in any way. There is no shortage of success. So even going back to the relationship example, that if you trumping as well, my ex-girlfriend said that before, no woman won't love you like I do, before she dated my homeboy. Yeah, see, that's messed up. And that's what people will do. We will use all types of mind games and control techniques to try and get you to do what it is that you want or that they want. And that's a limiting belief, right? And so we have to continue to think without those limited beliefs. Otherwise, we will create a place of bondage for ourselves that truly doesn't even exist. But mentally, we're trapped. Okay? So, let me see here. All right. Grant uses an example here. Let me find the page. Okay, so yeah, on page 36, on the last paragraph, he says, let's say that you and I are bidding to win a client and I get the business. This doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. After all, this wasn't the only client you were bidding for. Being dependent on only a single thing or person for success will limit your chances of achievement. Although you and I are competing on this one contract, Mr. Think Big, No Shortages is winning thousands of clients and showing us the real definition of success, right? So just because me and you are going for this client and you get the client doesn't mean that I can't be successful. No, that means I go out here and I work, that I put 10 times more effort and I put 10 times more thought into what it is that I want. We have to stop going into this pity party and feeling bad for ourselves because we don't achieve one thing that we were going after. We get to a place where somebody gets one thing that we don't, that we were going after as well, and we're like, oh, well, it's not meant for me. Oh, well, I'm just going to go and stick to this. Oh, well, I'm just going to be this way for the rest of my life because I never got it then. No, you have to have an overcoming mindset. You have to have that domination mindset. You have to have the mindset that you are a force to be reckoned with. You have to have the mindset that you aren't going anywhere. This is your space. You dominate, right? So this is what this is all about. And so you cannot allow other people to stop you from what belongs to you. I am a force to be reckoned with. That is how we're thinking. That is what we're saying to ourselves. Okay, so let me go on here. Get beyond the shortage thinking. Get beyond the shortage thinking. And so as we kind of talked about last night, that we have to shift our thinking. Others' success create an opportunity for you to win as well. All right? Success for anyone or any group is ultimately a positive contribution to all people and all groups as it provides validation of possibilities to all. So when you see somebody else winning, congratulate them, edify them, talk highly about them, because when you do that, what you're doing is you're helping to inspire yourself, motivate yourself, because you're going to begin to understand more and more that if it happened for them, it can happen for you. Instead of talking about people, hating on people and being like, you know what, I don't know why they got it. They didn't even deserve it. No, when you see it happening for other groups and for other individuals, you're cheering for them. You're learning from them. You're critiquing your methods and your strategies so that you can get better. You're putting 10 times more thought and 10 times more effort, because if you're not getting it but somebody else is, it means that it's possible. So that doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. It means that you just need to put more time, more thought, more effort so you can get what it is that you want. I passed my driving test last week. Listen, awesome, congratulations, because it's possible. You can do it, right? Now, listen, y'all, speaking of driving tests, I failed my driving test as many times as you possibly can before you have to wait that 6-month period. So I think it was maybe like 4 times, right? And so for a period, I was just like, forget it. I don't want my license. I'm not going to get my license because I keep failing. And this is a sidebar, so it really has nothing to do with this story, or not with the story, but with this chapter. Other than the fact that eventually I did go on to get my license and I didn't have to wait that 6-month period. But congratulations on getting your license, JJ. Okay, so now, yes, when we identify the success in other people, we get inspired, we get invigorated. It reduces our belief that our ability to accomplish something is impossible. That's what it should be doing for you. But too many of us go into this hating mindset. Get out of the hating mode. Stop talking about people. Stop bashing others because they're able to achieve something and you're not, right? So what? Somebody has that record deal and you feel like they can't sing and you can. Well, get up there and do 10 times more effort and 10 times more thought on how you're going to get the record deal, and quit hating on the person who got the record deal. They put in the work, they put in the time, and now here they are, and you sitting there hating. Stop doing that, because it's not going to get you anywhere but in a place of bitterness and in a place of being hateful. You know, there is Monique, right? She's trying to get everybody to boycott Netflix because she's not getting the amount of money that she desires. Now, true enough, there are things as discrimination. It does exist. There are, where especially people get paid more than the other, and it should be balanced and different things of that nature. But the flip side to it is maybe you just haven't created enough value for that group of people, and you need to do 10 times more effort and 10 times more thought on how you are going to impact a group of people to allow them to see your value. So it's not always about, well, they just discriminating and it's this and it's that. It's because I'm a woman. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm white. It's because I'm red. It's because I'm blue. It's because I'm green. No, maybe it's because you haven't added enough value. And it doesn't matter how long you've been around. If somebody else comes and they add more value to that group of people or to that person and you haven't done it, then that just means you need to up your game. Because if it has been done, then it can be done. So you need to think about, okay, well, how is this, what am I doing that I need to do better of? What do I need to do going forward from here? How am I going to do it? You can't just say because I've been in the game this long that I deserve it. Even on jobs, there are some people who feel like because I've been here for 20, 40 years that I deserve this X, Y, and Z. You deserve to work and show forth effort, and then be rewarded for the work that you put in. And some of us are just going and we're not adding any value and we're not adding anything new, and so you're not being compensated for that. And then maybe it is a case where you're going to 40, you've been working for 40 years, you have put in a whole bunch of value and you have added and you've contributed, but maybe you weren't giving it to the right group of people or to the right individual. So you all have to think about this thing. We have to think about it, that 10 times more thought and 10 times more effort. Because if you're adding value but you're not getting what you desire, then maybe you need to change your environment in order for them to be able to see your value. Monique, the comedian, she was trying to get people to boycott Netflix because some of her there were some other comedians who were getting paid more than her, and she felt like it was unfair. And so she wanted people to boycott Netflix as a way to stop them from getting money to up her pay. And so the thing about it is that the group of people obviously just, they don't feel like they add enough value in order to pay her what she wants. Okay? So the point is then she either has to up her value by creating more value to those group of people, or she needs to find a different group of people who will find her as valuable as she deems. Okay? All right. Now, hopefully that made sense, JJ. I heard about that Netflix can be racist when it comes to money, and maybe they can be. So if Netflix is racist when it comes to money, then that means that the people who they're being racist towards needs to go and find or even create a different space where their value can be seen and they can be compensated how they want to be compensated for. All right. So this is how the 10X rule goes. So we're thinking about the barriers that come. We're thinking about the opposition, and then we're identifying how we can overcome the opposition. This all goes into the 10X rule. It's about that planning. It's about being able to identify the barriers that come in our lives and how we can overcome them, the distractions, the obstacles. We need to be thinking ahead, planning ahead, so that when it comes, then we know how to overcome it. And then not only that, but we need to be thinking without limited beliefs so that we can create what it is that we want. Why don't we go create a Netflix that doesn't have any racism in it, right? That's the type of thinking that we need to have. That anything that we want to do is absolutely possible. Unfair, right? But here's the thing about it. Even though it is unfair, we have the opportunity then to create something that is fair. And that, again, it becomes opportunity for us. When things are going wrong, that means we have the opportunity to create a solution to the problem. And that's what there's no shortage of. There's no shortage of solutions to problems. And we can be the ones who have success if we come up with the solutions to the problems, if we're innovative, if we have the new technology, if we have the new products, if we have the services that people are desiring, right? So that is a perfect example of how now, maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody on this broadcast who's going to say, you know what, I want to create something that is going to add value, that's going to solve a problem, and now you're going to be the one who finds success in that area, right? Okay, so there is no shortage of success. It is possible for anyone in any amount that you want it, if you put forth the effort and if you put forth the thought, right? And so, you know, even hearing testimonies in church or testimonies in business, or maybe you see a documentary, or you read a book, or you watch a movie that's telling somebody's story of how they achieve success. You know, a lot of times we walk out of there feeling like, yes, like they can do it, I can do it. Or sometimes I don't even necessarily care for football, but I can watch a football movie that's talking about how they rose to the top, and I just feel like, you know, I can go conquer the world. Why? Because I saw that somebody else was able to overcome. And then what's the movie? It's the four black women who were the NASA scientists, right? Can't even think of the name of the movie, but every time I watch that movie, I feel like, yes, dude, I can do anything. I can overcome these barriers, right? I can go against the grain, that even though they were the minority and people didn't want them to work, and even though they had to put in way more effort than everybody else, they were willing to do it in order to find their success. What are you willing to do? What effort? Yes, Hidden Figures. Thank you, Jessica. What effort are you willing to put forth in order to get to your level of success that you desire? See, in Hidden Figures, you know, they stayed later. They worked harder. They went to bathroom across the place. They spent more time than what everybody else did so that they could be successful, even though the odds were against them, even though there were people who did not want them there. So you have to be the same way. I have to be the same way. And we have to understand that there is unlimited amounts of success for each and every one of us. You can have success and you can have as much of it as you want. I can have success and I can have as much of it as I want. And there is nothing or no one that can stop us if we get serious about it. If we understand that success is important. If we take success as our duty, as our ethical duty to make it happen for ourselves, for our families, for our businesses, for our companies, for whatever it is that God has given us to do, we have to make it our duty to do the absolute best that we possibly can, and do it with 10 times more effort and 10 times more thought if you want to reach your full capability. If you want to be able to be everything that God created you to be, then you have to make sure that you're tapping into everything that is within you and stop playing yourself short. All right, so erase any concepts of limited success. And then he goes on to say, erase any concepts you might have that success is limited only to some and only in certain amounts. You can have it all. You can absolutely have it all. You listening, Joseph? Yes? Okay. All right. You and I can get as much as we want at the same time. The moment you start thinking someone else's gain is your loss, you limit yourself by thinking in terms of competition shortages. And again, I want you to think of banks. Banks are out here. There might be a PNC next to a BB&T, a Fifth Third, all of these credit unions. They didn't say, okay, because they have an establishment that I'm not going to start mine. No. They said, even though they have it, I know that I add value and I am creative and I am innovative enough that I can have this and I will gain customers as well. Or I will be able to find a husband as well. You know, it's so funny, even coming in terms of relationships, right? That it's so twisted how our minds can get, that we can begin to say, you know what, there are no good men out here, and so there are no good single men, and the only good men are the married men. And so now women become interested in the married men because they're like, okay, well, those are the only good men who are out there. We think with these crazy notions of limited thinking and limited success that then we go and do some foolish stuff. So now you're turning this good man into a bad man because now you want to make him a cheater. You want to make him leave his wife and his family? No, put in 10 times more effort and 10 times more thought in what you need to do to be a good woman for a man to be able to find you. And it's vice versa for men, right? And I'm just using that as an example because I want you to see that this can go for business. It can go for your personal life and relationships. It can go for anything, okay? They get poor education. They about industry. Okay, so, and hey, Nana. So, we have to discipline our thinking, okay? This is a moment when you must discipline, good JJ, discipline your thinking to equate any success with the possibilities for more success. So when you see someone else having success, you have to think that it is possible for me to have it. It's not for you to try and go and take theirs. It's not for you to go and become so envious of somebody else that you can't establish your own, right? So then move back to your commitment that success is your ethical duty. This will motivate the most creative parts of you to find the solution and the way in which you can create original success and abundance. Okay? So when we come to a place where we are trying to achieve success and we see other people doing it, again, make sure that you are inspired by it, but not that you're trying to go and take theirs or hate on them for it. You want to be able to establish your own and know that success is your ethical duty, right? For you, your family, your business, your loved ones, whatever, whoever. But it has to become your duty. No, I want the meal. No side entree isn't worth jeopardizing a family. 15 minutes of pleasure. Absolutely, it's not. But the crazy thing is that so many people think that it is. Or not even just the 15 minutes of pleasure. They actually want to take the person from the family and make them theirs. Because they see, okay, well, this is a good man or woman to the family, but I want it. I desire it. I want that level of success. And so instead of going and getting their own, they try and take it from somebody else. And this is a big, huge, horrible epidemic that we have going on. I know that people in my family have been impacted by it. I've seen other families impacted by it. And, you know, even in businesses, I've seen people try and steal people's business ideas. People have tried to steal clients. They have stolen material, right? Because they are envious and they're too lazy to think without limited beliefs for themselves. And so they want to get everybody else's. And it's so screwed up. So we have to get rid of the thought process that there is a shortage of success and that it is not obtainable for you. Success is obtainable for you. It's obtainable for me. And it's obtainable at the same time. And we can have our own and we don't have to share. All right. Shake them haters off. Yes. Having animosity towards everyone reaching success. So, you know, and the other thing is that not only do we have to be creative one time and innovative one time and have good ideas one time, it has to be a continuous state. Okay. So even when I got here to the hotel tonight, I'm going to read your comments in a second, but when I got here to the hotel, I walked into the bathroom and on the mirror, they have, workout, like pack light and workout. And so now what they will do is they will deliver workout clothes to your room for $5. So they're like, you don't even need to pack your workout clothes. We have workout clothes here for you. All you have to do is call and order your clothes, and we'll come deliver it to your room, and you pay us $5 for it. Guys, how innovative is that? Especially with everybody trying to get healthy and work out, or maybe they just forgot their workout clothes. Now they're providing a service and a product to somebody, and that they're going to get paid for. And they're already taxing so much to stay in these hotel rooms anyway, right? That it really should just go ahead and come free. Wherever I want extra, I should get. But so what is my point? My point is, find a service, find something that is going to help solve a problem or answer the desire of someone, and then learn how to maximize your income off of it. Or maybe it's just to reach whatever goal it is, but you have to add value, right? So my mind was blown when I read that. I'm like, are you serious? Like, but it was crazy. Like, it was blown in a good way, because I'm like, they're always looking for other ways that they can create income. And that's how we have to be. But we just get so stuck in just being like, okay, well, this is the only thing I can do. So struggling from paycheck to paycheck is what I'll do for the rest of my life. And when I get old and need someone to take care of me, I won't be able to afford going into a nursing home, and I won't be able to afford anything because I was struggling all my life anyway. Like, we have to stop thinking with the limited beliefs. We have to stop thinking with the shortage concept, that there is no success available for me. We have to stop thinking about all. There's all types of way for us to generate what it is that we want to create, if we would get rid of that type of thinking. So renew your mind. All right, let me see here. Let me read these comments. They believe in self-deception. I hate how people want to steal other people's work and the hard work they put into it. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. They believe in deception, but not self-deception. Swagger Jack in business, not good. Jay Swagger Jack and Biggie and Pac, some say, is paying a homage to him and Pac. And you, sometimes, you might take an idea and just add something to it. So that's another thought too. But always be, guys, in a place of creating. Always look for opportunities, right? Or even some of the hotels will sell the things that they have. Like, they'll put like a robe. The hotel will put a robe in the closet, and it'll be all nice and plush. And they'll be like, and if you want one of these robes, then you can purchase it for X amount of dollars, right? Or even with waters in the room now. They put bottled waters in the room, in the hotel room, but it comes at like a $4 price, or an $8 price, or a $12 price. But they know you're thirsty. They know that there's no stores around, or it's more convenient, or there's like a refrigerator. It's full of snacks, right? And you can buy a Kit Kat for $4. And they put it there because they know at some point you're going to get hungry, you're going to get thirsty. And if you get to a place of desperation enough, or you're too tired to go somewhere, guess what you're going to do? You're going to drink that expensive bottled water, or you're going to eat that expensive little snack. And guess what they've done? They've made money from it. What can you do to increase your finances? What innovative, creative idea do you have that is sitting within you? And it may not be surrounding about money, right? Maybe there's something in ministry that you want to do. Get out there and do it. Maybe there's something that you have in mind for your family that you want to be able to create. Get out there and do it. What are you waiting for? What is stopping you? There is no shortage of success. Success is important. Success is your duty. So stop letting all of these ideas and creativity and products sit inside of you. Get out here and make it absolutely happen, because success is for you, success is for me, and we can have it at any amount that we want, and we can do it at the same exact time. They are acting their way into proper thinking. You see every day. Very important. So, yes to all of those comments. Let me make sure I also pay homage to swagger jacking. I also pay a homage, but not swagger jacking. Not great. Right. So you don't want to just steal somebody's concept, but you know, you can definitely look up to somebody, kind of utilize some of the things that they do and then make it their own, right? We see it all the time. Like, for instance, in industry, the music industry, Michael Jackson, right? Mike had some great songs and he had some dance moves that so many people have tried to imitate. But it wasn't that they were necessarily trying to be Mike, but they were just inspired by what he was able to accomplish and what he was able to do. All right, guys. So hopefully you took something away from that. Remember that there is no shortage in success. I am going to go enjoy my night now. I'll give you guys, that's my view, since some of you guys were wondering, like, what is going on? Yes, I am at the hotel. So, I love y'all. Be safe. Have a great weekend. I will be back. I'm not sure what time tomorrow, because I'll be traveling at some point. All right, so this is Camille Aiko. I hope that you are living the life that you love, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Make sure if you watch this live, drop a 1 for me if you haven't already. Drop a 2 if you caught this on replay. And share this video if it helps you out or if you feel like it would help your family and friends. And by doing that, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win cash prizes, gift cards, and also free health products. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow night we will be on chapter 10 of the 10X rule by Grant Cardone. Good night.